Hey guys, yes, I just jumped on to do a live. I have not done one before. I kept thinking, are all these people crazy? You know, I'd like to be able to kind of see what's going on. So then some things happened this morning and I thought, you know, that's life though. We don't always know what's going to happen. So I'm going to throw a few things out there and keep it short. First of all, I want to thank all of you who have purchased this. Of course, you knew I was going to plug it. This, to me, is not just a book that can be picked up like that. This is so much more. I have poured so much into this, and it is a small book. It's an easy read, but let me tell you, there is a lot in here. There is a whole lot in here. I'm in black because I actually came from a funeral. Began to change when I got home. I've taken off my pearl earrings, and that's when it hit me. No, go do a live right now. Things happen so spontaneous in our lives on a daily basis. So here I am, totally unplanned. People, I know certain ones are going to be going, you didn't give me heads up. Well, I didn't know until it happened. Right now, the only place this is available is on Amazon, but I want to thank you guys. I'm blown away by not how many have bought this, but how many have bought this and bought extras to give. Let me just tell you, this part of my desire with doing this was to get it into hands of people I would never see. For many years, I have spoken to crowds, public areas, and shared my story. Love doing that. I absolutely love doing that. But I had this desire to be able to share with people I would never get in front of, and this would be a way. I've actually heard from someone in Missouri that I met once, just so briefly, who has purchased it, someone in Virginia, someone in Kentucky. Now you heard a little bit better. But it is spreading, and that just blew my mind. I'm very overwhelmed at how this has exploded, but it's been in a wonderful way, and I cannot thank you enough. So I was at the funeral this morning. Very difficult, and I'm going to be honest, it brought back a lot of memories. I've been to funerals since I buried my children, but this morning it just overwhelmed me. This woman is, I say this woman, her whole family, they're burying a son, a brother, a dad. He was 28 years old. And because I walked that path, my heart broke for the family. I know they're going to be okay in the long run. I know that. I know that because I know in who their hope is. I know that. But my heart broke for them. I watched her and I was taken back to the memory of dressing for my children's funeral. And I will never forget pulling a dress out and thinking, wow, when I bought this dress, I never dreamed I would wear it for my own children's funeral. The thought didn't even seem right, much less the fact I was having to put it on to go bury my children. There are things that are etched in my mind from that time period that I will never forget. There are many things I don't remember because of shock, which is very normal. But I'm amazed at the little things like that I remember. When I pulled up to the church this morning for the funeral and the hearse was outside, just that sense of finality of what they were going to experience today, as far as this is the last day they're going to get to see him, albeit in a casket. It will be their last time. And I didn't have that chance. We had closed caskets. I just don't, there's no easy way to bury a loved one. There is no easy way. But I wanted to read, I can't believe I'm going to do this. I want to read a couple of things And so those that have read it, sorry. You know, today I was reminded, I've got to share this. I left the funeral early. I became pretty emotional and didn't want to be a spectacle. And I was so overwhelmed with grief in itself. You only grieve if only you've loved. And as a parent, I wouldn't trade that love for the pain of grief for anything. And that may not make sense to some of you out there, but oh my goodness, the deeper you love, the deeper you hurt. Anyway, I left early, and there was a sea of people there. I don't even think knew I was there, but it was the music. It was a beautiful service, the part I was there for, but I had to leave. That's my honesty. So I mentioned spontaneity when I started this. Things just hit us out of left field. So, and then we are left forever, if only, you know, we could if and but something to death. So our lives we spend wrapped around these if only. So I wanted to read just a smidge that I wrote about I don't think I can read the part above that, but reality comes with many faces and can be very abrasive. It seems to be the alter ego of if only, and it can blindside you. Sadly, I know this all too well, and there would not even be enough space here to write it all in. Raw reality has become my close companion. It has jack-slapped me into next week more than once, and I do not like it one bit. It is part of the fallen world that I live in. I have learned that I cannot control the painful rawness of some reality. However, I do have choices in how I respond when it reaches its ugly hand out to me directly. So I really do thank you all that you not only allowed me to share my story, but that you were willing to buy it and read it, and your responses have touched my heart. Here's another little snippet. No, life doesn't go always as planned. Sometimes that's a good thing, and things turn out better than we planned. And sometimes they turn into a nightmare. We don't ever wake up thinking, oh, today's the day I get sucked into a nightmare. That is not what happens. It definitely blindsides you. And it rocked my world when it happened. But the beauty is, just because your world gets rocked does not mean your very core has to be shaken. And that's huge. And that's a whole nother live, so I'm not going to go there now, but thank you so much for your support for this book. I will be in Grove Hill in August on the 10th. Looking forward to signing some books. I've had some that's going to pre-buy, and I'm going to sign them. They're going to have to pick them up later, but I'm so looking forward to seeing some of your sweet faces, and I just love all the comments and how supportive you've been. Thank you so much. I love you all so much. I'm sure that many of you I have disappointed and let down. I'm human. And so for that, I'm sorry. I see you guys are just typing away, and I can't see without my glasses. And I've seen enough lives. I don't want to get up there really close and you see my nose and see my nose real close. It's not very flattering, so I'm going to sit back here with a little shadow. And but anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much. Promised I would keep it short. Next time I'll give you heads up. I'm going to do a live because there are some things I want to do with some events I've got coming up that are book related. Some speaking engagements and some other things, but I will give you fair warning next time. So hope you guys have a fantastic day. And I just realized I may have to get close to stop this thing. So it's what happens when you do this at home alone. I was unsupervised. What can I say? Y'all have a great afternoon.